is Eminem.
Hey, Nominees, what's up? Favorite male hip-hop artist. Thank you, I appreciate that. I think it's been 23 years
Let's be real.
since I won my first AMA.
Let's be
And
real.
I'm 24 years old, that's crazy. Seriously.
What's good, y'all? This is Cypher, and I listen to music so you don't have to, and I do music videos so you don't have to. And before we get into Eminem winning an award, let's slow down just a little bit and do some leg work. If you don't mind hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell for notifications, I would strongly appreciate it. It helps me out, and by helping me out, I get to help you help me out, and we're in this together. Alright, I appreciate that. So let's get to it. We have Kendrick Lamar, we got Eminem, we got Drake, we got Future, and we got Tyler the Creator. It's all nominees for Best Male Hip Hop nominee or award winner, whatever, the AMAs. Okay, so I know this is days old, right? But I think we need to finally just discuss it and break it down because there's mixed feelings about it. And I just have to be blunt, right? As much as I would love to just straight out explain in detail why Eminem should have won it since he did, I have to give you like a quick synopsis of how the history of the AMAs work, right? So you have the BET Awards, you have the VMAs, you have the AMAs, right? BET Awards is going to be centered around a popularity contest with the biggest rap artist. The VMAs is the same thing, but it's with rap and it's like, how do I put this? Basically, BET focuses more so on the black side. VMAs focus on both sides, and AMAs focus on white side. Now, it shouldn't be segregated like that, but if you watch it over the years, it's definitely proven to be that. If you've seen all these people who won awards over other people winning awards, like the Grammys, which is just pure whitewashed, then you'll be able to see what the difference is and why. Now, the Grammys isn't like whitewashed. When I say whitewash, I don't mean they're picking white people over black people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the idea of who wins is justified by those in a room who have no connection to the reality of what's going on in the current music landscape, right? So it basically go off of numbers, units, and what's considered to be the end thing, right? So if you wonder why Doechii won a bunch of awards, it's because of the Doechii effect. It's basically Tim's, Doechii, Macklemore back in the day, all these people that have come out of nowhere, seemingly, who are crushing in numbers based on the label and based on deals they made with the label. So that's how you get your winners. Now, do I agree with the system? Absolutely not. And do I understand it? I absolutely do, because that's how they make their money. So people are basically doing it based on how much money they make, as opposed to what's good for the culture and the people. Okay? Now, the reason why I really don't like this practice is because apparently it's still going on. Eminem won this award for that same reason. Now, hear me out. Eminem could have not dropped an album in literal years, and guess what? That's what happened. Eminem didn't drop an album in literal years. I think 2020 is his last one. The Alfred Hitchcock version of his album, whatever. In 2020 during the pandemic, at least from what I remember. He might drop something after that, but not that I know of. But his album that came out last year, The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Grace, that's what came out last year, and that's what they're basing it off of, right? Now, I'm going to be completely honest. Let's break down the lineup real quick, because this should have been done already. But I don't feel like anybody's really just going in detail about why these people have done what they've done and why they won, why they did all that, right? So Drake, Future, Kendrick, Eminem, and Tyler the Creator. Let's look at the albums, right? So we got Tyler the Creator with Chromacopia, right? Viewed as a classic by a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie, he moved a lot of numbers. Future dropped 2 albums, Mixtape Pluto and We Don't Trust You, or something like that, with Metro Boomin, which technically is a joint album, but it's a Future album, right? Drake did not drop an album. Kendrick dropped GNX, right? You follow me? Follow me. So we got Kendrick, we got Drake, we got Future, and we got Tyler. So Eminem drops Death of Slim Shady Coup de Grace last year. So all these artists have dropped last year, except for Drake. Drake is on the downslope, or at least he was until this last couple weeks when he's been on the upslope. Drake is on the downslope, and by that I mean his whole situation with UMG, the record label, Universal, and Kendrick is what has put him in like a standstill. Same thing that happened with Lil Wayne and his lawsuit with Universal. Whenever that happens, it puts you at a standstill to where everything you're doing is pretty much froze. You're not like necessarily losing steam. You kind of are, but you're definitely not gaining steam, right? So Drake is out. Drake's not winning that. Out of those five guys, Drake's not winning. So let's break it down. We got Eminem, Future, Tyler, the Creator, and Kendrick. Okay, let's take out the two most popular ones. Let's put them in the front line. So Tyler, the Creator, had a great album, but he's not as popular as the other three. Future had a consistent amount of work, but he's not as popular as the other two. So we got Kendrick and we got M. So who's winning between Kendrick and M? Well, let's look at the body of work. They both dropped an album last year, right? They both moved units. But who moved the most units last year out of literally everybody? Kendrick. So based on your own stats and metrics, Kendrick should have won based on numbers alone, because that's how you all do the awards. You do it based on popularity and units, right? Even if Kendrick wasn't popular, his units spoke for themselves, and you all base things off of both things. That he just so happened to have popularity and units. So what you did was you gave him the record rub, and the record rub is when the record label takes one artist and pushes them to the moon with every single thing, whether it's shows, whether it's concerts, whether it's units being moved, whether it's publicity, interviews, radio play, podcasts. Everything is in their favor, and it's pushing the moon. They're literally everywhere, billboards, whatever. That is a label rub, a record label rub, right? But you did it to somebody that was deeply rooted in the culture. People already liked Kendrick. People already had a cult following toward Kendrick. So whenever you gave him that rocket, of course, you did what you did, but he also had what he had, so it expanded even further to where he literally took over the music scene, and nobody wanted to hear anything unless it had something to do with Drake versus Kendrick. So when it comes to your own metric of success, Kendrick had both the popularity and the numbers there. So there's absolutely no way he could have lost. The guy won 5 Grammys off of one song, Not Like Us. Not Like Us has spent over a year on the top 100 Billboard, which is not a thing. Okay? You follow me? So, he performed at the Super Bowl. He's breaking all these records. He has the highest grossing show ever for a rapper. The last one that held that record was who? Eminem in 2019. He had the record. He broke the record. He held it. And now Kendrick just broke it and then broke his own record with another show. Like, he is literally the highest commodity in hip hop, if not music, right now. Okay? So, I'm not trying to say, I'm not gaslighting Kendrick, but I'm saying if you're going to give him everything else, the AMAs, I'm not saying it's nothing small, but that should be a given. You gave him 5 Grammys. You should give him AMA. I mean, he dropped an album. The Grammys was for Not Like Us. The Grammys wasn't even for GNX like that. The Grammys was for Not Like Us. So you still have to put into play his album. So there's absolutely no way he could have lost. No matter, even if Eminem did do great, which I don't even think his album moved numbers like that. I mean, it did its thing because it's him, but not like Kendrick. So, yeah. You made a mistake, right? Now, do I like Eminem's album, Death of Slim Shady Coup de Grace? It was straight. It was cool. It was a good time. I live streamed it. Everybody had a good time. But the problem is, as far as replay value and effect to the culture, GNX had so much more. On Death of Slim Shady, we had Fuel with Jid, which I was a big fan of, and I'm glad Jid got that spotlight. And you had Temporary with Skylar Grey. Again, same thing. Love the song. Favorite song on the album. But GNX has almost every track spinning. Luther just broke another record for longest duet on the hip hop and R&B track. The last one held by that was the guy that's locked up now, Diddy. Him and Faith Evans, right? That's how long that record's been held by them, and Kendrick and them just broke it. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna go that route, you can't halfway do it. You gotta give it all to him. And this is where y'all missed. I know you want to give him everything. I know he cannot drop an album for years, and as soon as he drops anything, you give him the world. But in this particular situation, you owed Kendrick and you messed up. Kendrick should have won. It is what it is. People can be opinionated all they want, and people can say what they want. Hey, you can say it in the comments if you want, be respectful. But let's just be honest. Even Kai Cenat, I'm just gonna be real. Even he said it like, I F with Slim Shady, but let's be real. Like, he didn't want to say it, but he said it, because it's like, yeah, M's album was dope. M is dope. But come on. Like, this is that, like, come on. You're doing the same thing you've done for literal years. It's time to switch it up. I'm not talking about M, I'm talking about the awards. Stop giving it to people that you deem as the successors of a genre and give it to the people that are winning right now. I don't care if Soulja Boy came out with the biggest record of the year. If he did his thing and hit his numbers and he got the popularity there, you gotta give it to him. I don't care how much stats and how much stature Eminem has. If another artist has succeeded him in both of those categories, or in every way to where they're literally levels above everybody else, even surpassing Drake, you have to give it to Soulja Boy, not Eminem. If Kendrick did not drop, then you could have gave it to Eminem. It would have made sense. But in this particular situation, you're wrong. It's supposed to be Kendrick. And that's all there is to it. I broke it down for you so you can see it, so it can be clear. It's no debate. You can debate if you want, but I'm just being honest. I'm a transparent person, and I like everybody in here. Heck, Wayne's my GOAT. Lil Wayne, if he was in the conversation, I have to say it too. Wayne, of course you didn't win. You didn't even drop anything. I couldn't defend Wayne if Wayne was in the conversation. So what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to defend Kendrick, and I'm not trying to oppose M. I'm just being honest and saying that they messed up. They chose the wrong person. It should have been K-Dot. And with that being said, I appreciate you. If you disagree or agree, please leave it in the comments. This is an open forum. We all discuss and talk hip-hop and music here. It's a great thing. Happy Friday, and I hope y'all enjoy yourselves. And man, let's get this weekend going and popping. And make sure you come by on my channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you can see these. But come to my channel, because we got a bunch of June releases. We got Thug, we got Gunna, we got Wayne, we got Russ. It's stacked. And I will be doing those live album reviews right here. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be good, be safe, and enjoy your weekend. Peace.